All right, here we go. We are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and this is We Love Comics. And today is my live comic book auction where if you saw the sneak peek video, or if you were one of my paid Patreon members, you were able to get an advanced notice of all the books sold. Um, before the auction ever started. Two of the books already are sold. That is the advantage of either being a I'm sorry, Patreon member or watching the sneak peek video I did on Friday. But the remaining comics are still available, ready to see if anybody wants to make a bid. Also, keep in mind, any of the unsold comics after the end of this auction, you can still purchase them up to 1 week from the closing of this auction. So basically, until 11:59 p.m. next Sunday, which is the 21st of December, you can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, and the whatever the starting bid was, you can purchase it at that price. If more than one person contacts me, I'll basically the highest person that gives an offer will have the chance to get it. Payment plans and discounts will apply. So, quick shout out to my Patreon members. And also, I want to add Brian Hood, who is our newest member. Just haven't had the chance to place his name up there yet. If you would like to support my channel, it's patreon.com/We Love Comics. Any contribution is always appreciated. And like I always tell people, basically 95% of it, if not more, goes to all the stray animals that I take care of. One that I just had to take to the vet the other day, and we have to take him to the vet again tomorrow because he's stable but not improving. So any contributions, like I said, go to good causes. If I get to 20 paid members in any given month, I get raffles that I'll give away. You could pause that to see that. For every $2 you contribute, you get one entry. So just in case you didn't see the other videos, if you are thinking of buying one of my comics in the auction either today or, like I said, up to 1 week after this auction closes, there's Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. If you use cash or money order, you can get discounts anywhere from 2% to 7%. You'll also get, if you pay cash, a free domestic shipping, 10% off of international shipping if you're international, and a free comic. If you send a check or money order, keep in mind a check takes 10 business days to clear. So I would recommend the money order. You can get anywhere from a 1% discount up to 6% discount. You'll get half price domestic shipping and a free comic. And if it's international, it'll be 5% off. If you pay by either Venmo or Cash App, you get a free comic. If you pay by PayPal, there's no other discounts or free bonuses because I get charged fees for it. Anybody that pays in full, now obviously I'll show you the payment plans, but anybody that pays in full um, before Wednesday of this week, I can pretty much guarantee that your book will arrive before Christmas because I will send it out within 24 hours of payment, 24 business hours, and I will send it priority mail. The auction rules, hopefully you've read this already. As you can see, there are cash discounts. That some of it I can go over that in more detail if you are one of the winners or you making um, contact me after the auction has been closed. Do want to make sure that set yourself to live chat, not a top chat, if you're going to be bidding, obviously. Bid in all caps, for example, if it's Amazing Spider-Man 300, just put ASM 300 and the dollar amount that you're looking to bid. If you reach your price limit when you're bidding, if you can type fold, it definitely helps speed things along. Domestic shipping is $22.99, $3.99 per extra comic. International shipping and handling is $69.99 and $7.99 per extra. Now, somebody told me that lives in Hawaii that the shipping shouldn't be that much for international. If you pay for that shipping and I get, let's say they charge me $35, because I don't remember the last time I shipped anything to Hawaii, I will send you the difference. I'm not trying to pocket anything, so keep that in mind. Also, any new bidder, somebody that has never purchased from me before, you must pay or at least make a deposit for your winning bid before you can bid on any other auctions. So keep that in mind. This keeps trolls from trying to win every single one with no intent to pay. So if you win an auction, you must at least pay for it or leave a deposit before you can make any other bids. So here's some payment plans. There is no interest on these. They are optional. You don't need them. Like I said, if you pay in full, you get the book, right away. But it ranges anywhere from a 2-month payment plan up to 2 years with no interest. Now, this is very important. I never thought I'd have to bring this up, but if somebody misses the first month without letting me know, it's a $10 late fee the first time. Now, if you're late or you know you're going to be late, just let me know. And if you contact me, I will work with you. But if somebody just disappears and doesn't let me know. So please keep a calendar of your payment plans to keep up with it so I don't have to chase everybody. The second month, it's a $20 fee for a late fee. Again, if somebody doesn't pay and they don't message me. The third through fifth month, it's $25 a month late fee. And if by the sixth month somebody hasn't paid or they just and disappeared and didn't let me know what's going on, you forfeit the money that you've sent. So I have actually two people that are currently doing that. They aren't at the 6 months yet, but they've gone over 2 months with no payments, no emails, and won't respond. I never thought that would happen, but it is what it is. Also, if you have, for example, a 3-month payment plan, if you don't finish the payments within 3 months, it's a $25 charge every single month after that time period. Because I can't have it where somebody wants, you know, a 3-month payment plan and then takes 2 years to pay it off. Because remember, I'm selling these to be able to pay for bills and everything. So with that being said, I'm not really anticipating many bidders or people buying on the auction today because it's right before Christmas. Like I said, I already sold two books before, which is Fantastic Four 49 and the X-Men 12. So both of those are already sold. And like I say all the time, I've had several auctions where nobody placed any bids, and I sold before and after more than half of the list that I'm selling. So even if nobody bids right now, I'm not worried because, like I said, people that may have missed the auction or couldn't come today because they had other plans or forgot or whatever, you have up until 1 week to be able to contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And again, if you look right here where it says PayPal, my address, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. This way you can be able to purchase any unsold comics. That happens all the time. So I'm not worried if nobody makes any bids during this live auction. So let's get the party started by putting on the video camera. And the first one up for bids. Bidding starts at only $199. So if you're interested in this book and like to place a bid, this is Fantastic Four. This is issue number 29. It is signed and confirmed by the late, great Stan Lee. So his signature alone averages out to about $125 or more, depending on the book. But this is a PGX 3.5. Pretty nice looking book for a lower grade. That you could try and hide the shadows because sometimes that looks like there's a missing piece or something. So overall, and I will go over the grader's notes. So if anybody's interested in this signed early Fantastic Four book, and again, signed by Stan Lee, it has been verified. It is a 3.5 with off-white to white pages. So if you are interested in this book, you could just put FF429. And again, make sure you're in live chat. The bidding starts at $199. Let's read the grader's notes. Grader's notes are multiple stress lines along the spine. If you've watched my videos before, you know most of my books end up having that because it just means they're books that have been read over the years. Moderate cover, edge, and spine wear, weak spine. That's one of the many bonuses and benefits of having a book graded. When you have something like maybe a detached staple or a loose staple or a weak spine, keeps it protected. So I don't see anybody in right now, so I don't think anybody's going to be bidding on this particular one. So we'll do a going once, going twice, and no sale in a second. But I'll give it a couple of seconds just to make sure in case somebody's looking these up. Because I always encourage people to go on eBay, look up these comics. So you'll see that I list these. I mean, unless something sold this morning that I didn't verify, I look at what, if something like this has been sold in this grade, I look at what was the lowest one that was sold on eBay and I sell it for less. Also, remember, eBay charges taxes. I do not. So if you see, for example, this book in a 3.5 sold for 300, that doesn't include the eBay taxes, so that'd be about roughly about 320. It depends because each state is different with their taxes. So, Fantastic Four number 29, 3.5 off-white to white pages, signed by Stan Lee, $199. Going once, going twice, and no sale. No problem with that. I'm going to leave this on the screen so people can write that down. Books will get better as we go. And again, if you're watching this video, you will see that nobody placed a bid. If you're interested in that book up until December 21st, you can contact me and let me know you were interested in that book. If not, I will hold on to it until a future date. Let's get to the next book. Another Fantastic Four book. This is Fantastic Four, issue number 13. This is the first appearance of the Watcher, and it is also the Red Ghost, but pretty much anybody that gets this comic is going to be for the Watcher. It is a 3.0, again, off-white to white pages. Let me show the book. Bidding on this one, again, only starts at $199. So you can see, even for a lower grade, the colors look great. It's not ripped to shreds or anything. I will show the back. Now, this one does not have grader's notes. Could be one of the times either they forgot or this is before grader's notes were a thing. But again, you could see for a 3.0, looks pretty darn good. So the bidding on this would be $199. Now, to qualify for a payment plan, the prices have to be at least $399. So this type of book would have to be paid for in full, but you'd get it mailed out within 24 business hours. So we'll go right now. Going once, going twice. Fantastic Four number 13, no sale. I don't even think anybody's here, so I don't even know if, hopefully, people are actually able to see this. But we'll see what happens. No, I understand that it's right before Christmas, but only need one person. But like I said, I already sold 2 comics, so anything else at this point will be a bonus. All right, so next up, we got another Fantastic Four book. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is not a Fantastic Four book. I lied. This is Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 20. First appearance of the Scorpion, which has been rumored to be in the next Amazing Spider-Man movie. Now, always keep in mind that when there are rumors, there are no guarantees until a movie comes out, but a nice mid-grade book. Now, it is missing a page. The last page has been removed, but as you can see, it does not affect the story. So the good thing about graded books, you're not reading the book. You're getting it for the first appearance. So this is a nice mid-grade, again, off-white to white pages. Origin and first appearance of the Scorpion. So I'm starting the bidding at only $349 for this book. Now, if you look on eBay right now, look up Amazing Spider-Man number 20, a CGC 5.0, also with a missing page, but did affect the story, was sold for $369.99 plus shipping and plus eBay taxes. So I'm selling one that's equivalent, but has a missing page that does not affect the story, unlike the CGC book that was sold for $369. I'm selling it for $20 less, and again, no eBay taxes. So this one does have greatest notes. You can see it's a little different on this one. This is an early Probably the first 2 or 3 months of when I suggested to PGX to do the graders notes. This is before they changed the label, but they're still there, so I will go over that. And if anybody's watching, if you can leave a comment in the live chat, so at least I know people can hear me and they see the video going on, that would be great. But multiple stress lines along the spine, cover and edge wear, small piece out of front cover. And I'll show you, it is a tiny little speck. If you could see right there. So it looks like probably somebody got a piece of tape stuck there or something. So it's just that tiny little circle right there. So $349 gets you the first appearance of the Scorpion. No eBay taxes. And if somebody makes an offer of $399, you can get the 2-month payment plan if you need it. But I'll leave that up to you guys. Going once, going twice. No sale. Again, perfectly fine. You can have up to 1 week to contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com if you are interested in purchasing that comic. And hopefully people are able to see this, because it's actually the first time I've done a live video where no one's saying anything. But we'll find out. Let me just see something. I got some emails. Okay, no, that's just generic emails. All right, so let's get to the next one, and I guess we'll find out later if people can see this or not. Okay, so next up, another nice mid-grade book, 5.0, Silver Surfer #1. So nice, solid mid-grade book. Bidding starts, again, only $399. So this would qualify for a 2-month payment plan if you need it. And again, as you could see, this is one of the older ones that I got the graders notes on. But you can see, even on the back with a lot of white, you're not seeing tears all over the place. The colors look pretty darn good. So if you're interested in placing a bid on this book, the bidding starts at $399. It's a 5.0, off-white to white pages. And of course, first appearance of Shalabal, and origin of the Silver Surfer and the Watcher. So again, I encourage people, go look up the cheapest Silver Surfer 5.0 on eBay that was graded, of course. Not, you can't compare it to a non-graded book. But I'm selling this cheaper. Again, unless somebody sold one, this morning and I didn't have time to see it. I'm selling this for cheaper, and again, no eBay fees. Hold on, we got Peter here. Let me see what he wrote. So good. How much for the Amazing Spider-Man #1? Those are not for sale, my friend. Unless somebody made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Those are definitely not on the auction. But I appreciate that. All right, so right now we have the Silver Surfer #1 5.0. Bidding starts at only $399. I will read the grader's notes here for you. Multiple stress lines along the spine, cover and edge wear, 1/2-inch spine split at the top, front, and back cover, 3-inch corner crease on the front cover. This is a square bound book, so books like this back in the, especially late 60s, early 70s, you'll get a lot of that because when people read them, it would cause little tears here and sometimes here. Well, that just means it was read, and that's another bonus of having books slabbed, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. So, Silver Surfer #1, 5.0, only $399. Going once, going twice, and no sale on that one, which means if you are watching this video, you have up until December 21st at 11:59 p.m. You can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com if you're interested in that book. And as of now, it is still available. Next up, got ourselves low grade, but say it with me, low grade is better than no grade, but we have Fantastic Four #3. This is the first time they have their costumes. It is the first Fantastic Four car and the first time they have their headquarters. So even in low grade, these books get pretty valuable and get very expensive the higher they go. So here's a chance to own a pretty key Fantastic Four book. Low grade makes it more affordable. I'm starting the bidding at only $399. So again, if you need a payment plan, that would qualify for 2 months payment plan if you need it. So this has the first appearance of the Miracle Man and the Fantastic car, which I just mentioned. Fantastic Four dons their costumes, which I mentioned, and establish their headquarters. So even though it's a 1.8, it's off-white to white pages. So let me show the back. And again, for a 1.8, I mean, you see a piece missing there, but that's not huge. And if you're going to have a piece missing on a comic, it's pretty much better to have it on the back of the book and not the front, because nobody displays a book with the back side out. Of course, it does have the grader's notes, and again, you could see it's one of the original ones that I got graded. So go look up a 1.8 of Fantastic Four #3. You'll see that my price is listed cheaper than the lowest one sold, and I don't add taxes like eBay does. So you're talking to own a very key book, $399. So if you're interested in this book, all you have to do is type in Fantastic Four 13, put in 399, and this book could be yours unless we get into a bidding war. But while I'm waiting for people, because like I say, I encourage people to look on eBay. How many people do you know that do these live auctions that actually encourage you to check prices? So there are the grader's notes. Let me read them for you. Little glare. Multiple creases and stress lines along the spine. A large chip on the back, front and back cover, which I mentioned, I showed. Several edge tears, moderate cover, edge, and spine wear. Again, means it's been read. Dirty front cover, 4-inch tear, front cover, spine integrity weaker. So again, another great reason to have books like this slabbed, and all that would explain why it's a 1.8. So if you're looking for a Fantastic Four book, an early Fantastic Four, $399, this book could be yours if the price is right. So I see people are in. Welcome. Glad to see a couple of comments. Welcome, everybody. So we're about to do a going once on this one. So again, Fantastic Four #3. It is a 1.8 with off-white to white pages. First appearance of Miracle Man. Let me see if I can get that without the first Fantastic car, first Fantastic Four headquarters, and the first time they donned their costumes, because issues 1 and 2, they were just wearing regular clothes. So, Fantastic Four, #3, 1.8, starting at $399. Going once, going twice, and no sale as of now, but you do have up until December 21st, next Sunday, until 11:59 p.m. to contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com and let me know if you are interested in acquiring that comic. Let's get to the next book. Okay. This is a non-Fantastic Four book. If you guys saw the video I did yesterday or Friday, you'll know what this is. This is a Golden Age book. If you haven't had a Golden Age book, I highly recommend them. This has a key first appearance, albeit definitely well known, but minor at this point, because it's a character called Little Dot, which was famous in the Sunday papers in the comics section. But this is Sad Sack #1, a 3.0. Not restored or anything. It says tape on spine, which is perfectly fine, especially for a Golden Age book. Came out in 1949, off-white to white pages. Bidding on this is $699. And to show you, because I couldn't find a 3.0 sale on eBay, but a CGC 2.5 was on sale on eBay for $799. So somebody has one of these, and you can look it up. I mean, it might have sold since I checked it, but there is a 2.5 on eBay for $799. I'm selling a 3.0 for $100 less, $699. And remember, no eBay taxes here. I don't charge taxes. And up to $699, the payment plan could be up to 3 months if you need it. So I'll show the back of the book. So for a Golden Age book from the 40s, really nice book. So here's a chance to get, especially if you're looking for a Christmas present for somebody that might be of the boomer or even Gen X, older Gen X generations, they will absolutely know who Little Dot is. So I'll show that really quick. And I'll read it, of course. And of course, I'll read the greatest notes. So take your time, look it up. You could see starting bidding is only $699 for this book. It is the first appearance of Little Dot. Infinity cover, I don't know what that means. And George Baker biography. And let's read the grader's notes. 1-inch tear on the front and back cover. Multiple stress lines along the spine. Absolutely expected for a book that old. Moderate cover and edge wear. Weak spine and some foxing. So again, a weak spine, absolutely a good reason to have a book encapsulated so it will be protected. So again, a book from 1949 looks pretty darn good for even for a 3.0. And again, off-white to white pages. So you can see it looks maybe there might have been a tape that got there or something, but it didn't rip it. So you could see some color loss there. But other than that, I mean, look how red that is. So $699, Sad Sack number 1, 3.0, chance to own a first appearance. Going once, going twice, and we'll give people time to think about it. So you have up to 1 week until the 21st of December at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are interested in acquiring that book at that price, at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. Next up, one-of-a-kind item, something you cannot get anymore. It's not about the book. It's about all the signatures, and you will see this amazing sketch. This is Wolverine Origins number 9. It's a PGX 9.4 with white pages. I'm starting the bidding at, again, only $699. Len Wein and Herb Trimp are both on this signature, both co-creators of Wolverine, both deceased. That sketch you see, that full sketch, which takes up about a quarter of the cover, so that's definitely not a remark, it's an actual sketch, was done and signed by Herb Trimp. And I'll go over all the other signatures. There are 6 signatures altogether. So this is a one-of-a-kind piece with Wolverine artwork by the late and great Herb Trimp. So as you can see, I'll show you just so you can see it. Hopefully you can see it for yourself, but I will go over it all. So $699. It is signed, and they say remarked, but it is a sketch. A remark is usually a tiny little thing. But signed and remarked by Herb Trimp. Signed also by Dan Kemp, Len Wein, the co-creator and also deceased of Wolverine, Dan Way, Steve Dillion, and Joe Quesada. So this one does not have grader's notes because I got this graded before I came up with the idea. But just so you can see, especially with a book with a lot of white on the back, again, you're not buying this one for the grade. You're buying it for the artwork and the signatures to have a one-of-a-kind piece. So $699. If you need it, will also qualify for the up to 3-month payment plan if you need it. You will not find anything like this on eBay. So something to think about because you won't be able to look up what a fair price would be. because there isn't any others to compare about this. And like I said, if you look at the size of the sketch, it's about a quarter of the book, and that's done by Herb Tramp. So $699, Wolverine Origins number 9, 9.4 with white pages. Going once, going twice, and no sale, which means it will be available for anybody interested up until December 21st at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, payment plans and cash discounts will apply still. All right, next up, one of the books I said was sold was Fantastic Four 49. This is the big boy of the two, Fantastic Four number 48. That is the first appearance of the Silver Surfer and the first cameo appearance of Galactus. It is a 5.0 PGX old label. I've had this one for years. So I bought this and I got it graded myself. So this isn't something I bought from somebody already graded. I got this graded myself. But this was back when they had the older labels. Bidding starts at only $699. Off-white to white pages. Now, obviously, this one will not have grader's notes because this is before I ever came up with the idea. So we got a big boy book here. If you're looking to acquire a nice mid-grade book with two key appearances, here's your chance to own it. And again, at $699, you can use up to a 3-month payment plan to be able to acquire this book. And again, with no interest. So I had a couple of people ask about this book before the auction, but nobody made any offers. And that's okay. It's a book I do not mind holding on to if nobody wants it. And the reason I can sell these books is I have multiple copies of each of these books for the most part, except for like that Wolverine Origins. So I'll give you a chance. Go look up Fantastic Four 48 at a 5.0 and see what prices these sell for. And remember, I don't charge eBay tax. So we'll give people a couple of seconds to think about it. And I'll show you the back. So again, off-white to white pages. As you can see, no writing, no coupons clipped. $699, 5.0, Fantastic Four 48. Going once. Going twice. And that book will be available for anybody up until December 21st, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time by contacting me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. Again, all the discounts and payment plans will be available if interested. Next up, got a low grade, but low grade is better than no grade, but it is a semi-key, I would say, Golden Age book. This came out 1940, is that 40 or 49? 1940. Like I said, I had my injury to my eye, so it's not doing too well. Um, Complete. No restoration, no coupons missing, no missing pages. Does have extensive tape, but hey, that's going to happen with a low grade. So as you can see, this book has seen greater days, but still, that's what makes it affordable. If you look at this book, you'll see it's very expensive because this is the first cover appearance of Lois Lane. So it has tan to off-white pages, and you could see right here, they do verify first Lois Lane cover. So you're talking early Action Comics, issue number 27. I'm selling it for $1,499. And just to put it in perspective, an ungraded, restored comic on eBay sold for $865. So a low grade, ungraded, restored comic sold for $865 plus eBay taxes and shipping. This is not qualified, not restored. It's a low grade, but it's complete. $1,499, which would qualify for up to 9-month payment plan if you need it. So it's a chance to be able to get a book that has Lois Lane's first cover appearance. And again, go look this up. There are not many of these for sale. This does have grader's notes, so I'll let you take the time. Now, the best part is the majority of the tape and damage is on the back. Now, there's tape, as you can see on the front here. There was a tear, and at some point somebody taped it up. But the front looks a heck of a lot better than the back. And considering this came out in 1940, look at the colors. So, $1,499. No taxes. That'll save you about $85, $90 in extra fees. Going once. First cover appearance of Lois Lane. Going twice. And if you are interested in that comic, it will be available still for sale up until December 21st at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. All right. I actually had 2 people inquire about this book, but again, nobody made any offers. We got Submariner. I'm going to show this book. This book, if it wasn't for the fact that the cover is detached, in my opinion, this book would be between a 7 and an 8. This book is beautiful. This came out in 1942. This book is so nice that even with the cover detached, this got the highest grade you can get with a detached cover. So you cannot get higher than a 4.0 with a detached cover. This is an Alex Stromberg cover. Stromberg, just so you can see. It has, look at this, off-white to white pages. Submariner Comics, issue number 6. Go look up the Golden Age Submariners and see how expensive these books are. 4.0, nice, decent grade. I'm starting the bidding at only $1,499. Again, that would qualify you for up to a 9-month payment plan if you need it. But of course, if you pay for it in full, you'll get it before Christmas. And obviously, if you pay earlier than the time allotted for the payment plan, you'll get it early. But how many books do you know from the 1940s that have off-white to white pages? And again, look at the colors. Alex Stromberg books go for a lot of money in the Golden Age, even in very low grade. But this is a respectable 4.0. So I'll try and get in a little bit closer for you guys. Look how good the colors are on this book. Whoever had this book took care of it. And you could see with Alex Stromberg the details that he puts into the artwork. So if you're interested in bidding, all you have to do is type in Submariner number 6 and the bid that you want to place. Brian says, I'm bidding Submariner. Okay, put your price in there, because what will happen is we give the opportunity for somebody to make a higher bid if they so desire. Because a lot of times when sometimes people won't bid until they see somebody bid, because then they know they can't have the option of waiting until after the auction closes. So I'll give you a second. And again, I encourage people, go look these books up. You might not even find one of these for sale on eBay. These are very hard to come by, especially early books. Because again, Submariner number 6. So the bidding starts at $1,499. So Brian, if you want to bid, just put the price of what you want to start the bidding. Because we have to give people an opportunity, once they see that somebody's placed a bid, we have to give people an opportunity to be able to make a bid based on what you bid plus the higher amount. So at this point, it would be $25, whatever bid is placed, it would be $25 over that if somebody wanted to get in. So we'll just wait for Brian because he says he's bidding, but he hasn't placed the number yet, so it's not official until he does. Okay, so a bid has been officially made. So just to make sure, ladies and gentlemen, um, if you are watching this video, especially if the auction is ended, now that a bid has been made, you would have to make a higher bid. Otherwise, this will no longer be sold. So if somebody wants to acquire and own this book, now is the only chance to be able to get it because Brian has made a $1,500 bid. And again, this doesn't have greatest notes because I got this book graded before greatest notes was a thing. But again, off-white to white pages came out in 1942. And I want people to see how beautiful this cover is. So I'm going to give about 1 minute for people to even look this up on eBay and see how rare a book this is, especially when you're talking off-white to white pages. And like I said, if this book did not have the detached cover, this book could easily be a 7.0 or higher. You're not going to find many books like that. Even if you do, you're not going to find them cheap. So 30 seconds more. If no one else bids, this book will be Brian's at a very good price. Because let me tell you, if you look up Alex Schomburg comics, even in very low grade, you're paying through the nose for these. These are not dollar bin comics. You're not going to find, you can't even find coverless copies for under $600, $500 in really rough shape. 10 more seconds, and then we'll do the countdown. So this book will be sold. So if you're watching this later, you will not have the opportunity to contact me on this one. So again, Submariner Comics number 6, 4.0, off-white to white pages. Came out in 1942. Alex Schomburg cover. Going once. Going twice. And this comic, congratulations, has been sold. Brian Hood. Let me just mark this down. So, Brian Hood. And that would be Submariner. You got a great book, my friend, for 1,500 plus the shipping, which is normally $22.99, but you bought that other and I accidentally gave you the old shipping cost of $19.99, so I will honor that. So if you pay for this in full, I don't know if you can, but if you pay for it in full with your other comic, it'll only be $3.99 extra in shipping. But if you need the payment plan, let me know. The shipping would be $22.99 for this one, but your original quote that I gave you of $19.99, I will honor that. So congratulations, Brian. You got a great book. And I love when people are happy about purchases. This is why I love selling comics. I mean, I used to have, and I'm sure we all have had the jobs that we hated, and it really didn't cause any significance in people's lives. You don't know how good it makes me feel when I sell a comic to somebody who has never owned a book before or a book they've always wanted. The excitement makes me happy. So let me see what Brian just said. Let me just see. He says, I feel like I just stole it. It will be paid for in full. Ah, perfect. Yeah, you got an amazing deal on this, so congratulations. Very happy for you on this one. And you can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. You already have my email address, so I'm going to put this one aside. So if you're watching this later on, that book is no longer available for sale. So once again, congratulations, Brian, on an amazing book. I'm glad you're happy. It makes me happy. All right, so we got 2 books left. We got some big boy books, so we're not done yet. And where did I put? Okay. Now, this is a restored book, but it's your chance to be able to buy the first appearance of a major group of characters for a price that you are not going to find anywhere else. For the CGC lovers, this is a 0.5. It is restored. I'll go over everything. It has a facsimile cover, a wrong back cover, okay? But it is complete. No coupons missing, no pages missing. Nothing affects the story. Here's the price. I'm going to show you. If you look up on eBay right now under the sold comics, a .5 blue label sold for $2,053 plus eBay taxes, which would be roughly around $150. So you're talking they paid about $2,200 when all is said and done for a Fantastic Four #1, albeit a .5 blue label. I am going to start the bidding on this for only $1,599. $1,599 gets you the first appearance of Fantastic Four. Go look up coverless issues of this book and see what they sell for. And remember, whatever price you see, that does not include the shipping and handling. Now, since this is a CGC book, there are no greatest notes on the back, but you can always look up the registered number right here, and if there are greatest notes, you will be able to find them. Well, let's go over. Restoration includes back cover reattached with glue, tear seals to centerfold reinforced. Front cover is a color copy, wrong back cover. But say it with me, ladies and gentlemen, low grade is better than no grade. Go look up an NG grade of this book. NG means no grade because it's a coverless book, and see how much they are. I'm selling this for only $1,599, which again will include up to 9-month payment plan if you need it. It has light tan to off-white pages. You're not going to get Fantastic Four #1 pretty much any cheaper unless you find it at a garage sale from somebody that doesn't know what they're doing or a family member that had one and gives it to you. So I'll give people a chance to look this up. You have a chance to own, because remember, this is why I made up the quote, low grade is better than no grade. Whether this is a 9.8 or a .5, you will own the first appearance of the Fantastic Four. So it's a way, as you can see here, I have no problem collecting lower grade books, because if you can't afford a higher grade book, then what good is saying, oh, I'd rather have a high grade if you can't afford it and you never get it? What good is that? So with this, I have a low grade Amazing Spider-Man #1, blue label complete. I have a .5 Superman 14, iconic cover. I have a Batman #3, first appearance of the Puppet Master and first Catwoman appearance in costume. So I don't mind getting .5s. Now, you may be a person that needs higher grades, and that's perfectly fine. But for somebody who wants to own Fantastic Four and can't afford even a regular .5, because like I said, a .5 blue label sold for $2,053, and you're talking roughly about $140 extra, $150 extra in taxes, it's a chance to get it better. And I will give you, if you need it, again, up to 9-month payment plan. You can't even get that on PayPal credit. So I'll give people a chance to think about this. But Fantastic Four, issue #1, first appearance of the Fantastic Four, $1,599. Going once, going twice, and no sale on this one, but that's okay. The longer I hold on to that, the more valuable that's going to be. But that book will be available up until December 21st at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are interested in acquiring that book, you can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. All right, the last book for the evening. And by the way, even if you didn't make any bids, I want to thank anybody that comes here. If you can thumb up the video, that would be great. This is basically a one-of-a-kind piece. Go look these up. This is Secret Wars #8. It is a 9.8 with white pages. It's a CBCS. It is a newsstand variant. It is not only signed by Mike Zeck, which, by the way, it is a witnessed signature, not a verified. Look at that sketch. That Mike is also done by Mike Zeck. And you can see here, witness signature. I'm trying to get it to clear in. There we go. Michael Zeck. with sketch. So this was a witnessed signature. Go look up what a regular 9.8 newsstand variant sells for. Now remember, you're talking in the multiple thousands. That's going to increase a lot more with the eBay taxes because you're talking an average of about 6%. I am selling this book for $2,999. A regular 9.8 newsstand sells for about $2,700. Go look it up on eBay if you think I'm kidding. White pages. This would qualify up to 18-month payment plan if you need it. So a year and a half you can have to be able to afford a book. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, there is a Secret Wars movie coming, which means this book will continue to go up in price. So if it does not sell here, I have no problem holding on to this book. And I'll show you the back. This book is beautiful. And if you know what movie that reference is from, put it in the comment section. But again, newsstand variant. You know how hard it is to get a 9.8 in a newsstand? Again, go on eBay, type in Secret Wars number 8, newsstand 9.8, and you will see that they sell for an average of $2,700. I'm selling signed by Mike Zeck, who did this cover, and with an awesome, I mean, look at the detail he put into that sketch. And again, witnessed by CBCS. $2,999 for a piece that is going to continue to go up in price because the movie hasn't even come out yet. Trailers haven't come out yet. And you know the buzz happens once the first trailer comes out. So this has room to grow. It is not going to fall in price. It's going to rise in price. So I'll give people a second to think about it. But again, you'll have up until December 21st if you're here and you reconsidered or you're watching this for the first time because you missed the live auction. Secret Wars number 8, the origin. I'm sorry, first appearance of the. No, I'm sorry, I was right the first time. The origin of Spider-Man's symbiotic black costume later becomes Venom. 9.8 white pages, CBCS, newsstand, signed and sketched by Michael Zeck, $2,999. Ladies and gentlemen, going once, going twice. And that book will be available up until December 21st at 11:59 Eastern Time. If that book doesn't sell, I'll be more than happy to wait because that book is going to go probably within, in my opinion, the $4,000 to $5,000 range once the movies are closer to be coming out. So you're missing an opportunity. Remember, if you watch my auctions over the years, there have been many people that thought a price was too high and they didn't pounce on a book. And then they find out only months later that the price goes up hundreds or thousands of dollars from what it could have been if you would have acquired it then. So keep in mind, I'm selling books for the most part that are going to keep going up in price. But you now have at least a week to think about it. So that concludes my auction. I hope you appreciated it. I hope you enjoyed it. Congratulations to Brian Hood, who acquired an amazing book. I'm very happy for you. And if you want to critique the AI art, either positive or negative, you could leave a comment. I will leave it up to you. And if you have any questions on anything, please give me a email at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And I'd love to hear your comments after the auction closes and the video uploads. So thank you for participating. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I look forward to any emails you may or may not send. So thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, the rest of your weekend. And don't forget, it's not you. It is not I. It is We Love Comics. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you next video. And don't forget to have your